Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we have some new products to look at from Huda Beauty, namely the Huda Beauty GloWish kind of line within a line, kind of glowy, pretty products, lots of skincare ingredients and things like that. We have I have a few of them here, the GloWish Micro Mini Natural Eyeshadow Palette, a few of those, and we have the the GloWish Super Jelly Lip Balm. So we're going to talk about those, and I am not wearing anything on my eyes, so we're going to try them on as well. All right, let's first talk about the eyeshadow shades. You know, these are $21. I held it up quickly. Obviously, we're going to look at much better swatches in two different lightings. I thought $21, so they're $21 each, and I thought, what's that going to be like? And I saw that it said Micro Mini. Look, it's nice to get something for $21 these days that's not drugstore. Nothing wrong with drugstore, of course, but you know, it's nice to get something that's high-end beauty, that's affordable. So I thought, what size are these going to be? All right, so let me show you. So there's 3 different shade choices. I picked up 2 of them. I'll tell you why as we go along here. This is the Moss, and let me just show you the size. So I am a small person, very small. I am 5'2" on a good day. So I'm really small hands, really small wrists, and nothing to compare it to really, but just trust me, it's small. And this is about palm-sized in a very small palm, okay? So they're tiny little guys, but you know, they're $21, okay? So a little over 4 grams of product, and there is this is the Moss. It's kind of supposedly actually this Moss, and we're going to look at this swatch in a moment, but this Moss kind of green shades are really good. Huda Beauty says for brown eyes, or like a brown, almost an onyx black eye color, so that's really meant for that. But I have green eyes, as you guys know, but I thought I could try it. Sometimes I wear green on green, but it's really supposed to be for brown or super dark brown eyes. And then I also picked up, of course, the Amethyst shades. Let me show you that little tiny little palette, and this is really good for green eyes or hazel eyes because it's kind of going into the pinks and purples and rosy shades, which, as you know, I am naturally drawn to. No wonder, huh? There's also a shade called Clay, and those are mostly orange shades, and I thought, oh, I don't want that. And sure enough, I looked at it. It's interesting. We are drawn to what we should be because it is recommended for blue eyes, or, you know, kind of violet light eyes, which I do not have. Must be why. These are shimmers and pressed powders. And then we also have, as I told you, the Glowgasm Super Jelly Lip Balm. Now, this is in 4 shades, and I only picked it up in 1. How many essentially transparent lip balms can one person have? And I'm actually wearing it already. This is the Matcha shade, kind of comes off a pink when you put it on, but there's also kind of like there's one that's completely transparent, one that goes a little bit purple, if you can tell, one that goes a little bit orange red. I wonder if that might be the darkest, if you could tell. But I got Matcha, and each one of them has kind of a property in it that's really good for lips and lip lines and nurturing. They say Matcha has kind of collagen properties in it, and that's the one I picked up. And maybe it's getting a little bit pinker as I wear it. It definitely has a little bit of a pink cast to it. We'll put a little bit more on in the demo. Now, interestingly enough, though, it does not say this on the Micro Mini Natural Eyeshadow Palettes. On the lip shades, all 4, it does say those are limited edition. Maybe the eye palettes are as well. I was relying on the Sephora site for that information. It's not always 100% accurate, but it does say that the lip shades are limited edition, just so you know. And interestingly enough, also $21. So if you got $21 burning a hole in your pocket, you're gonna have to choose. This is real comfy so far. No scent at all to the eyeshadow palettes, but a definite scent, a very pleasant one to this Matcha, kind of a fruity, fruit punchy type scent. And I'm sure they all have that. It's on my lips now and I'm not noticing it anymore, but there is a bit of a, you know, lip glossy, youthful fruit punch scent to that, just so you know. Let's take a look at these in 2 different lighting, and then we'll go ahead and we'll try them on. All right, what we have first on my arm is the Moss shade and the Amethyst shade. In the way that they're laid out in the palette, here they are in studio lighting. That's the Moss shades, and then the Amethyst shades on the right towards my wrist. I do have the lip balm on my arm, thinking it would show up a bit more, but good luck seeing it. It's all the way towards my wrist. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. They're very pretty shades. Swatched beautifully. I don't know how they perform on the eyes yet. I have yet to try them on. You guys are going to do that with me. Let's take these outside into the warm, very warm, let's say hot, California sunshine. Again, moss on the left, amethyst shades on the right as they are laid out in the palette. And there you can kind of actually see the matcha collagen enhanced lip gloss, or lip balm I should say, towards my wrist. You can see it a little better out there in the warm California sunshine. Actually it is on there. All right, as I said, these swatched beautifully. They really did. Let's see how they go on the eyes. We are promised by Huda Beauty that these will perform much like her larger palettes. Her larger palettes, as you know, are made in Italy, and the smaller palettes never used to be. These are also made in Italy, so they're saying it's going to have comparable payoff and whatnot, which would be really nice to see for $21. Throw that in your bag, throw that for travel. Customs takes it away for some reason, you're not going to miss it. You know, 21 bucks. I'm not saying that everybody has $21 to throw around. Please do not think I'm being lackadaisical like that. All right, so here we go. Let's see if these have shade names. If they do, I'll put them on the screen. I'm not going to squint in the lighting here. All right, let's start down here. And I will use all 4 shades. This is, if you're following along at home, a Wayne Goss brush number 17. And I'm going to do one eye and one eye. So all I'm doing right now is putting this very matte shade on my eyes. So far, so good. I can kind of tell that this is going to, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, from the swatches and just this one shade, I think this is going to follow quality of the Huda larger palettes. I really do. This is a fun little release, actually. All right, I'm going to go up here into the shade here, same brush. Why are we making brush laundry when we don't need to? And I'm just going to go all the way there like that, kind of in a little bit of a V shape, and all the way up, just drawing the eye up. Why only this eye? Because I'm going to do the other shades on the other eye. It's only 4 shades, and I just want to see how they perform. So far, so good. Switching to a Rephr number 12, taking that same shade there and just kind of going underneath the eye. Wow, performing just beautifully. It's like a little fun piece of candy, this palette. Okay, now let's play with these greens, shall we? Okay, I'm going to go back to my Wayne Goss number 17 and go into this olive shade here and just kind of put it onto this part of the lid. That is blending nicely with this shade right here, even though they are different textures. And then let's switch brushes all together to a Rephr number 1. You know I love my Rephr number 1s. Into the shade here. It kind of reminds me of the color of Matcha. And I'm going to put that inside, the whole inside of the eye. And let's see what we think. And what I want to do, actually, guys, what I'm inspired to do right now is... That's very green, and what I all of a sudden just got the itch to do is to really line under the eye with this, so let's do it. I don't know why, but it just struck me as fun, and I like it. Take a look. Let me cover this eye. It's hard when it's lopsided. Isn't that pretty? Super easy to use, super nice. Can totally tell they are indeed the quality. These are fun. So far. I haven't tried the other. Now this one is for brown eyes, blacker, darker eyes and irises, but I think it works on my green eyes. All right, this is the one that it's supposed to be for me. So let's get some clean brushes going here. Here's a clean Rephr number 1, and I'm going to go in first with this shade right here. It's kind of a purpley pinky shade. Can't see much on it yet. Oh, there's a little green on the back of that brush, but don't worry, not on the side we're using. Grabbed the wrong one, but that's okay. All right. Pretty. You can't really tell. It's hard when you're looking at both, I know. But for the sake of time, you know, guys. All right, let's take a Rephr number 26, and we're going to go into this shade right here and just kind of do the outside of the eye right there. Be nice if I let you guys see what I was doing, huh? I'm just going to make a little V right here, just like that, on this side of the eye right there. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay, and back to the Rephr number 1 with the green on the back, but we're not going to use the green. And we're going to take this shade right here. go into the crease and just around. I have hooded eyes, so let's go a little bit in circles and a little bit up. Ooh, I like it. I like that a lot. And then switching brushes to a rougher number 26. Let's try this real pretty shade down here. It's a kind of a metallic shade, and I'm just going to put that empty part of the eye that doesn't have any color. I'm going to just do that all the way there. I would love an even lighter, maybe a highlighter shade in the inner corner. Okay, let me show you guys. I covered the eye because it is a bit unsettling to see such different looking eye looks. And there they are together after I just told you that it was kind of unsettling. Okay, let's try. I love it. Let me see which one I like better. So supposedly I should like this Amethyst better because I have green eyes, but I'm liking the green better. Is it because I did that really lime green shade underneath? You know why? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me take this shade here, which is kind of the equivalent in this palette to the lime green, and let me do it all the way under. Can't talk when you're putting eye makeup on. Maybe I'll like it better because I'm just loving that lime green under there. Did I just make it look hay fever? Is it sultry or is it hay fever? You choose. It's hard when those are the choices, huh? But I do like it. But yeah, but I'm actually liking the green more. So there you go. I mean, you know, there's no rules. If I were somebody who loved oranger eye makeup, fiery, warm eye makeup, I could have bought the orange palette, even though it's supposedly for blue eyes. The question is how much of that is true and how much of it is a little bit of a gimmick. All right, let's get that Matcha lip balm. I am wearing some already, but we'll put it on again and see if we can make it a little darker. It's a nice smell, fruity smell. Certainly super comfy. You know, I kind of like Huda lip products. She has those icy and fiery plumping lip glosses, you know, with the doe foot, and I like those too. And I'm not usually a plumping lip person, you know. Okay, so that second coat did go a little bit pinker. I'll throw this in my bag. And I told you guys, you don't need all 4 of them for $21 each. I'm actually probably someone who would like and use all 4 of them for $21 each, but I don't buy that. I'll use probably these more than even the little eyeshadow palettes, to be honest. I love cute little sweet smelling lip balms. I'm probably better off buying all 4 of these than I am of all 3 of the others, but I'm not going to, I'm just saying. Okay, so in conclusion, what's not to like? They're cute, they're inexpensive, and I know some of you will say to me in comments, $21 for that? $21? So how many dollars a shade? Da, 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 da. Okay, I know it's about 5 a shade, by the way. I'm not that bad. Okay, however, in case you were checking my math, I know, but they're cute, they're nice and secure. These are, I mean, for travel, you get 2 of these. I know that then you have 2 and it's $42 and with a palette with 8 shades, go for that. I know we can really start making ourselves troubled with the math, but I think it's totally worth it. I like all the GloWish stuff from Huda. I really do. I think it's all really nice. I told you what I think of these lip balms. They're absolutely silly, but I live for stuff like this. I love it. It's super comfy. Nice balm. My lips feel totally saturated and nice, and it's a little bit of color, and I can put it on without a mirror. And now we know that if you put on another layer, it's going to get slightly intensify. I bet that orangey red shade really intensifies, but I'm quite happy with this one. I really am. And I like these eye looks a lot. Definitely swatch beautifully, apply to the eyes beautifully. It's only one really eye look. I mean, you know, you could just wear a one and done shade with any of these, but for travel, I just don't think you can go wrong. I really don't. But, you know, you'll tell me below. You'll tell me below and we'll see how much interest. Sometimes I feel like I'm a human marketing research team because I can tell by the interest in the videos if the product gets a lot of interest. You know what I mean? Like we get more that rush to certain products than others. So I'll know when I put this video out how much you guys are interested just by how many are interested in the video. It's really fascinating. But at any rate, I want you guys to let me know what you think. And if you weren't interested but watched it anyway, now are you? If you were interested and watched it, are you not now? I need to know everything. This is what makes us a community, so comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Yes, YouTube will recommend my videos if you've seen them before, but if you actually hit subscribe, it really helps me. While you're at it, come say a big hello over on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And yes, you can become a bigger part of this YouTube community by becoming a channel member. We do have membership for like $4.99 a month, and you get weekly lives and all sorts of gossip and behind the scenes stuff that I can't say anywhere else. Oh, you can give super thanks or just shop from those links below. Doesn't cost you a penny to shop from the links below, but the retailer does send a little bit of it back here that I can put into more product. But, you know, to be totally and entirely honest, the fact that you're here at all, I love it, and I'm very appreciative, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.